Hey friends, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. This week is gonna fly by. I just know it. Yesterday was crazy busy. Got a lot done. Got some little cutie pies painted. So I have a sample of these little Patriotic Popsicles, but I wanted to do the thinner version. These take 2 sheets of wood for all of these. So, and they're really heavy. They're heavy to ship. So I wanted to give you 2 different options on these to see which one you like best and which one looks the best. They're probably going to both be the same, but I really love the chunky ones. I think they're super cute. So that's what we're going to make. You guys, if you're watching, go ahead and say hello. I'm going to turn it down to the table and we're going to get started. So, the ones that are chunky are 1 inch thick. These ones that are just the regular are 1/2 inch thick when they're done. So we're going to do them exactly just like this. I'll show you how to do all of these things to make them look oh so cute. with their little bows and their raffia and cute little tags. Anyways, these are going to be so cute. I should have lined it up with the one that it is. There we go. Okay. How's that? Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, guys. These are going to be so much fun. I know you're going to love it. Let me put myself up in the corner. Darlene, go to the corner, Darlene. There we go. There we go. All right. So, how is everybody? How was your day yesterday? Felt like a Monday, but a really long Monday. It really did. Let me go ahead and share this to VIP group. Holy cow. Yeah. Whew. I always feel like I'm just racing around getting everything ready. And then I still am not ready. But I probably am missing some colors. I probably I don't know. I think I got all my paintbrushes and everything else. So I might be missing a color. No, maybe I'm okay. Yeah, the stick, I think I want to use a lighter color. I used milk chocolate on the other one. Let me see if I have milk chocolate over here. I have sable brown. I know I have to have milk chocolate. I have everything up here. There we go. Okay, I just need to add a little bit of water to it. All right, let me just say hello to everybody. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Hi, Betty. Hi, Melissa. She is over on YouTube. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Laura. Good morning, Denise. Happy hump day. Hi, Janine. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Karen Ross. Hi, Darlene Barr. Hi, Barb. How are you? Okay, I wanted to remind everybody the sale is still going on. So we have our 25% off sale over on our Shopify website. And guess what? You don't have to have a code or anything like that. It's going to be automatic. It does not include the monthly kits because, of course, they are already discounted. But let me get you the link for these right away so that you have the link for this so that I don't forget to do that. I'm going to put that right here in the comments, and then I'm going to post a picture too. Help. Why is it not? Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So you can get it, you can get the chunky or the 1/2 inch or the 1 inch. Okay, so let me get, and I needed to change the weight on this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's the one, I just lifted them. They're probably over a pound. Yep, so I need to change the weight, unfortunately, because if I don't, then you will not be charged the correct amount and it will cost me extra money. And we're trying to be like exact on all of that stuff. Okay, there's that. Let me go ahead and put the link there for you guys. Oops, turn that down. Turn that down. We're going to be using... the next couple of days, we're going to do chocolate tour stuff, but I had to share this with you. It's just so cute. I love them all. And one of the colors is an older color that I had dug out. I actually had it, Tahiti blue. So this blue is Tahiti blue, and then, crystal blue, and then deep midnight. Okay, let's move our samples. I need to keep them close by so that I have everything here so I can show you the correct way to do this. So let me go ahead and let's move all the pieces Do I know when they will be new peanuts? I don't know, Karen Ross, but this is my guess. My guess is that we're going to have new ones when we go to convention. So convention is in June. I think that's when the next release is going to be. I don't know. We are surprised sometimes at what they do. So instead of just having, you know, a couple of launches a year, we're having a lot more frequently small ones. So I'm sorry, I don't have an answer there, but that's my best guess. My best guess is it's coming at convention. Hi, Kirsten, how are you? We are doing our Patriotic Popsicles. So let's take apart all of our pieces. So there are some extra pieces that you don't have to paint. Okay, so let's see. Let me get all my ducks in a row here. Okay, there's the stars that go with that. There's a little button. Okay, so we do paint this, and there's like a gap. Okay, so we're going to paint it milk chocolate. And then you need to paint one of these for the stick. Okay, the other one goes to the side. Okay, so you don't paint both because one of them is not going to show. Now, if you're doing the extra thick, then you're not going to paint like half of the thing. So there'll be extra layers if you're doing the one that's 1 inch. Okay, so let's put our little things down here. And then on this one, the way that we're going to paint it, we're going to go sideways. Let me go ahead and, yeah, that's probably good where that's at. Okay, so you want them to be close so that we line up the lines, because this is this one. Okay, so we want to be able to line our lines up when we're painting it and go across. All right, and be fairly close. Okay, and then we need one of those for the popsicle stick. So, hi Pam, how are you? You put up your garland popsicles from last year. Yay! That's awesome. Okay, there's stuff stuck to this. Okay, we have our star. And I'm going to have to go a little bit smaller. There we go. And then these guys down here. Okay. And then the background. Okay. And then we only have to paint one of these. Okay, perfect. We got everything done. Let's just start at the top and let's go with our brown. So we're going to do milk chocolate for our sticks and everything. Hi, Carol. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Woo! You know what? I think I can just pour some on here. I'll just pour it on here and use, I'm trying to save my little things here. I might need them for, I'll need them definitely for the stripes on the, across like that. So, all right, you guys, I really cannot wait until my leg is not hurting anymore. This morning I got up and I'm like, oh, why? Why does it have to keep hurting? I know that it takes a long time for a blood clot to dissolve, but I wish it would hurry. I wish it would hurry up because it's been, how long has it been? It hasn't even been a week, but you know, I just feel like it should hurry up. And I'm doing everything that I should. Okay, dark blue, or deep midnight blue. Okay, so we're going to pour some of it on there. We're going to need to put second coats on most of these guys. One coat is not going to cover. Oops, did you see that? My ribbon went flying. I'm glad I saw it. Oh my goodness. Hi Marilyn, how are you? We're painting Patriotic Popsicles. So I've dissected all of my pieces. Okay, so that is that. Let's go ahead and paint the top color here, which is going to be red. Okay, so we'll get our red on there so it can start drying. We're going to use Tuscan red. It's a good color. So we'll put some over here. Oh my goodness, guys. Annie's tummy is acting up. I don't know why. It's just, oh gosh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible, guys. Okay, let's do all of our red that we need to do. We need to do one of these popsicle sticks down here is going to be red. So I probably need to get some pumpkin for her. Do your dogs ever have tummy issues where you're like, what am I going to do? What is wrong with you? Oh gosh. It's never fun when they're having those issues. So I do have probiotics. I think that, you know, sometimes I just forget, and I hadn't given them probiotics probably now for a couple of months. And I probably need to just get in that routine of when I take my vitamins, I give them their probiotics. Okay, so let's just do this. You could tape this off if you want to. I'm not doing a very good job of getting a nice line across there. I'm trying to do my top line. So, okay, and this heart right here, the God Bless America heart, that one is going to be red also. So I'm going to just have a little bit of paint on my brush as I do that. I'm going to put some on the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to carefully go across the part where the words are, because I really don't want to fill them in. Okay, I think that's going to be fine once it's done. Yes, I think they will. Pretty good. Have you used warm compresses? I am not sure if I could do that. I was afraid to put a warm compress on it, Carol. I was afraid that it might break up the blood clot. Am I allowed to do that? Put a warm compress? I was really afraid. I'm like, I don't know what to do and what not to do. So for the pain in my leg. And I know you're not supposed to have too much other stuff like Tylenol, and I can't take Motrin. But Pam, sucks being sick. You caught the flu at the wedding. Oh no, I'm sorry, Pam. That's terrible. That weddings are germy places for sure. They really are. So, and Cheryl says these will look good with last month's kit. Yes. And they'll look good with this coming month's kit, because we're doing Patriotic for our June kit. So they're going to look cute with that. But anyways, there's different options. So I have the thick ones. So here's the 1-inch ones. So I'm going to show you the difference, because this takes one sheet plus a little bit. So I wanted to show you the difference and why it's more expensive. It just is because it takes more. All right. This is white, and then this stripe will be white. This will be white. I need to dry that so that I don't have an issue right there with the line. I am going to be doing 2 coats, but I do want to get my white in there. So Cheryl is over on YouTube. So that's an option, guys. If you can't find a video and you know that it's out there, but Facebook probably deleted it and you need it because you need to paint something, go to YouTube. You can do a search on my YouTube channel. You can search and look for that particular project. It's funny, I was helping somebody this weekend when I was up at the cabin. They were asking for some pictures of projects that were like 2 or 3 years ago. And I was able to search on Facebook and find pictures of them. I couldn't find the videos because, of course, the videos have long since been deleted. But I found pictures. My phone didn't have the pictures anymore because I've switched phones since then. But I was able to find it on Facebook by doing a search. You can go to someone's Facebook page and you can, there's like a little magnifying glass and you can search. So if you need to know something on a topic of something that you think that they talked about or a project, that's how you can do that. Okay, there's the white. We're going to need more than 1 coat. Okay, this is going to be white. And then let's do our yellow, and then we'll go to our blues because there's our other blues. Kirsten, did they give you a blood thinner? Yes. Yeah. Compresses should be fine to stop the swelling. Okay. It does hurt to have a clot. Yeah, they told me that. I was like, why does it hurt? It's because it's on the muscle. So it's on my calf, on the back of my calf, on the muscle. And they said there's nerves right there. They said that's why it's hurting me. But yeah, I'm on blood thinners, but I didn't know if I could put heat on it. You watch on YouTube so you can see it on the big screen. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, I'm on the big screen. I'm a movie star. How about that, guys? I am a movie star. Okay, so my yellow I'm using is Marigold. You can use Deep Ochre. Whatever yellow you have is fine. Marigold is just kind of more bright. We're going to do these stars over here. I just worried about it breaking it up and me having an issue. I've been really careful about everything. So I was like, I don't want to do the wrong thing. And I'm sorry that I'm complaining, but sometimes that's where it gets you information. So if I tell you it's still hurting and you go, mine did that too, then I go, okay, well, then that's normal. If yours was hurting and mine's hurting, then that's what's going to have to happen, right? So anyways, okay, so my tag here is burlap and the button's burlap. This says Sweet Land of Liberty. This says God Bless America. This says red, white, and blue. Okay, and there is a little bit of paint in there. I'm going to take my little metal thing and get some of that paint out of the little lines while it's still wet. So any little pick tool, anything like that will help you with that. So, and Carol said she's not sure, but that's what they told her sister to do. Okay, so that's probably, you are probably correct on that. And I was just looking at my lab work and things, and some of it was a little bit off. I need to contact my doctor because there's a couple of things that I was concerned about after I saw my lab work but it could have just been because I hadn't eaten all day. And so my sodium and my sodium chloride were a little bit abnormal, but not extreme. So I have questions for my doctor. But that lab work just came in this morning. Can you believe it? It's been all those days and it finally just came in. Okay, so the blue that I need, crystal blue, is going to be on here. And then this is going to be the Tahiti blue. So, hi, Sandy. How are you? Thanks, Carol. Thank you. I know that's how I feel like sometimes if I say I'm having this issue and somebody else goes, I'm having that issue too, I do feel that we can help each other. So I don't want to be whiny all the time. I don't want to say, woe is me. I don't want to be that person. But it's funny because my mom, I think of my mom. When somebody would ask my mom, how are you doing? She would tell them everything. So strangers on the street, and I would just be left sitting there going, Mom, don't tell them everything. But you guys are my family. And I know I get messages all the time. How are you doing? Don't overdo it. Pam sent me a message when I was up at the cabin. And Carol, you did too. I didn't get to respond to everybody, but yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate people checking on me. I am doing good. I think sometimes I think, what if I hadn't listened? What if I had not paid attention to my body? Guys, when your body sends you a signal, and usually our bodies will tell us by pain. Pain receptors are a huge thing, and swelling and heat. Like the reason everybody asks, how did you know you had a blood clot? Okay, so how did I know I had a blood clot? I didn't know I had a blood clot. I actually thought that I had a rash on my leg or an infection in my leg, because my leg was swollen and hot. So that was the key thing. My right calf was swollen and hot. It was actually probably swollen like 25% more than the other calf. I mean, my calves are large. I've never had little legs, except for when I first got my food allergies and couldn't eat anything. Then I was down to a size 4. But that's the only time. And when I was in high school. But my calves are larger, but one of them was like swollen. That's how I knew, was because it swelled up, it was hot, and it hurt. And that didn't make sense to me. It's like, why? I didn't do anything. How did I hurt myself? So anyways, that's how I knew. So we have to listen to our bodies because, no one else is going to advocate for you. You have to be that squeaky wheel. Sometimes you have to be that person that goes in. Sometimes you have to go in a couple of times. I am just so fortunate. And I did call back over to Target because Target's where I went first. I'm just going to paint this whole thing. And And he goes, oh, I can't even do anything with this. You need to go here and you need to be checked for a blood clot. So I called and left him a message and goes, thank you so much, because that's exactly what it was. Okay, so that was milk chocolate, and it's watered down. And then deep midnight blue. We're just getting our second coats on everything. Second coats are usually fairly quick. So, you know, when you have something going on and you think that it might be something, it's worth checking it out. Absolutely worth checking it out. So, and I got top care. I mean, it's a big deal when somebody has a blood clot, because you can have a stroke, you know. So everything was like stat. All the tests, everything, all my procedure, doing the vein study. They do the ultrasound on your veins. Yeah, she was very thorough too. I'm not going to do the heart more because I'm afraid I'll fill in, and I'll leave the star. So we'll leave the little tags. Not going to do a second coat on them. Okay, where's my white? Where are you? Oh, there you are. It was hiding on me. So, hi Nikki, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a long time. Your knee and ankle and foot are acting up. You can't walk into bed in pain. Oh, I'm sorry. What is going on with you? Is it the same as before? Are you having issues with your, you have arthritis in your knee? Is that what's going on? I'm sorry. It's so hard. Our bodies start falling apart. I'm like, it is hard getting old. But you know what? It really beats the alternative. So I am grateful to be one of the few that is growing old. And I would like to ask for prayers for my friend. This is a weird request, for her ex-husband, who's still a friend for her. But he is septic. He is on he's basically on life support, on dialysis, and sedated so that he's not in pain and struggling and all of that. He is in the hospital here in San Diego County. And I would like to ask for prayers for Brent, that the doctors will be able to help him with his situation, and that his sepsis will be able to be treated. That's hard. You know, it's hard. It doesn't matter if it's your ex or your current spouse. Honestly, you know, we care about people, and we don't want to see anyone struggling like that, you know. This is a friend that I've known forever and ever, and I feel bad for her. So please say a little prayer for Brent, that his doctors will be able to help him with all of his struggles that he's going through. It's just, yeah, it's just sad. I don't even know what started the whole thing, but he is septic and he is struggling, and his kidneys have, he's on dialysis right now to keep them going. So, okay, so this was Tahiti Blue. This blue is Tahiti Blue, and it's a different brand. So this is Ceramcoat brand. Okay, so this is this. All right. Dialysis. Yeah. It's really sad. It's really sad that he's on, okay, what was the last thing? So, he's not doing any better. They're going to do a test on his heart this morning to see if there's a blockage. If there's a blockage, they'll do angioplasty, because he's already sedated. So, yeah, it's not looking good, but you know, people are fighters sometimes, and they will surprise you. The thing about him is that he is legally blind also. So he has his struggles to begin with. I don't know if he can see any light. What he can see, I'm not sure if he can see shadows, but he is legally blind. So that makes it tough too. Okay, I have all my colors on. We are going to dry. We do need to do, oh, guess what? I forgot. I got to go grab a little stencil. I have a little stencil for this, and I'm going to show you guys. So the stencil will be included in your popsicle kit for as many people as I have the stencil material for. So I'm not even putting it on the thing, because it's kind of like a little secret gift. for those that know. But I don't have a lot of the Mylar, so I probably have enough for maybe 20 people at very most, maybe not even, maybe like 16 people. But I need to go get the stencil because we're going to put some stars on the little dark blue part. But we need to completely dry it, and then I'll go get the stencil, and I'll show you how easy it is to do that. But I want to get all this dry first. Okay. All right. So hang on just a second. We're gonna put stars on here, and we're gonna put polka dots on here. I'm gonna scooch this over. We're gonna scooch this up. I'll be right back. Thank you. Yes. So many prayers are needed right now. There's so many people. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so I do not even know where I got this Mylar. It's like a plastic. I don't know where I got it. Oh, I forgot to get a little stencil brush. Let me see what I have in here. Oh, I could probably use my dauber. I'll just go ahead and use the little dauber. Yeah, I don't have a stencil brush with me. Okay, so I have these little stencils that I cut. So I have a limited amount available for you guys. And you know what? My brown is still kind of streaky. I'm just going to sneak in here and get a little bit more brown on there so it can dry. Okay, so we're going to do white stars on here. And then we're going to do white polka dots. So I need a little bit more white. Hi, sis. How are you? Hope you do really well at your market. And Nikki says, no idea. It's been a minute since it bothered you. Yeah, you've been busy. Oh, you get to see your daughter. I'm so excited for you. That's cool. I love that. Okay, so we're going to do a stencil. Okay, it doesn't have sticky on the back. It doesn't have a silk screen. I'm going to make sure I have all my paint off of here. I have to hold it down. Okay, so I'm going to use a paper towel to dab my paint. I'm going to use my little dauber. Okay, so I'm going to line it up. So I honestly don't know how many of these I have available. So I'm not even putting it on the listing. I'm just going to tell Tara that we'll cut out as many of these little stencils as we have material for, and it'll be like a little surprise gift for whoever receives it. So whoever orders, the first probably 16 people that order will get one. Okay, so otherwise you'll have to pull out one of your Chocateur stencils and use one of those that has small stars, or draw your own little stars. So we used to do stencils all the time, and I'm just holding it in place. Don't want it to move. We used to do stencils all the time with our ornaments, and this is like the last of the material that I had from there. It's just blue Mylar. Okay, and there's my little stars. So that's how easy it is. And I just wash this with water. And I was just using this. You know what? I might need to do the one like right below here. Let me see if I can line this back up. Like right down here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have our stars. So cute. And then we need to do polka dots on here. So I'll do my little polka dots. Hi, Lori. How are you? Hope you are doing well. I'm going to use the small end. I want small polka dots. And I kind of want them far apart. I hear a dog out there. Who's outside my door? One of my Augie doggies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've got to get them back on their probiotics. I actually have a lot of them. I got another box or another container of it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I have it on auto ship. I forgot. So I have no excuse. I have plenty for them. Okay, there's my polka dots. I wanted them far enough apart. We're going to dry that. So let's dry that. Nothing else needs polka. Oh yeah, there are some things that need little dots. Okay, so let's do that at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna do my dot here on my star. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then on my heart, I'm going to use the other end. I'm going to do like a little dash thing, like a little swoosh, and then and then on this star, I'm going to do some little dots. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. And then dot, 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 dot. 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think was that all? That's all. Okay, so let's dry all that, and I'm going to wipe off my little stylus, which I just stuck it on my hand. I always paint myself. always paint myself. Sorry, my my thing is auto-focusing in and out. I don't know why. Okay, let's dry this, and then we will take all of our pieces off. We will do inking and we'll assemble it. We'll do all the jute, ribbon, raffia, all this stuff. And I did not speckle after, but it would be super cute to speckle, but I just didn't do it. You can do whatever you want, as much or as little as you want to do. Okay, let me get the stick part done, because I did go over that again. Let's get those little dots all the way dry. Okay, and then we're going to do our inking. So there's a lot of inking. Okay, so I have a bunch of projects coming up with Chalkator. I just wasn't quite ready today. I was still prepping stuff, but I do need to get some done because I'm in a little challenge that I need to get my butt in gear and get things done. Okay, so let's just kind of line it up, make sure that I got everything that I need to get done. That goes there, and then the button's going to go at the bottom, and then this piece here gets glued. So I want to make sure that's not the right piece. It's this one underneath. Make sure that we get the right things with the right popsicle. Okay. All right. So boop, boop, boop. These all get assembled like this, and it does have the tag and the heart. Okay. So it has both on there, and then this red, light blue, dark blue, and then that. Okay, so that's how that goes. So let's move this. Let's do our inking. Inking's pretty quick, but it's kind of boring. I know, I hate that you guys always have to watch. Okay, and then we have our ribbon. We have this. We have a little thing of raffia, and that's just trying to join. It's trying to join in. Okay, so so look how cute they are, but they're going to be even more cute once they're all done. So let's just take this apart. I'm just going to stand up. Like I said, my leg's a little sore. I will try the hot compress. I did find that when I soaked in the bathtub at the cabin, because as soon as I was done with the yard work, I went in and I took a shower, I soaked in the bathtub. That did seem to help my leg. And one time I did have to take Tylenol when I was up there, because I had like a Charlie horse in my back, like in the muscle in my back from sweeping and gathering up all the leaves. It was a lot of work. And guess what? My guy that was supposed to show up yesterday to pick up all my bags, he sent me a message. He goes, where are you? I'm like, I live in San Diego, but my cabin's up in Sugarloaf. He goes, oh, I don't go to Sugarloaf. I'm in Crestline. I'm like, what? So my guy didn't pick up yesterday. Yeah, not fun. Okay, we're going to glue these together one by one as we get each one done so that it can be drying. And then by the time that we get all done, we can do the ribbons and stuff on it. Okay, so it's very important to get these even. When you're gluing these layers together, you need to get it even and let it sit. Okay, so layers at a time. Okay, and each time we're going to make sure that they're even still. Okay, so you don't want your layers to be off. You want to set it to the side and let it just sit there and do its thing, get solid. Okay, So I'm trying to get it all the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so it's even on all the sides. And then these are going to go in. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to glue the star on there. So we have red, light blue, dark blue. Well, it's not really dark blue, but it's like a darker. Okay. Right, like that. And then this is going to go kind of diagonal like that. So you don't need glue on all of it, but sometimes I'm not sure exactly where to put it. So I'll just put some here and there. And then it's going to go kind of diagonal. So I have to start searching for another person to go up and get all my bags of weeds. Okay, now we're going to move this up here out of the way and not touch it. Let it just sit. Doctor told you to do a low heating pad for 1 hour a day on yours. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think I'll try that. I do have a heating pad, a low heating pad, not hot. Okay. So yeah, I think, well, I have some questions for my doctor, so I am going to send my doctor a couple of questions about my blood work. Make sure everything's still good. See if I need to do anything. I probably just needed to, I hadn't eaten the day that this all went on last week on Thursday. I had my first little cup of coffee that I have in the morning. When I first get up, before I do my Facebook Live, I have my cup of coffee, and it's just a small one. And then I didn't eat. I hadn't eaten yet, so all day, and I didn't get home until like, I don't know what time, 4:30 at night. That's not extremely late, but I hadn't eaten all day, and so my testing, I was fasting, so that could be the difference. But everything else seemed normal, but my sodium and my chloride were a little off, and I don't know what that means. It just means that, hey, if this is off a lot, it wasn't extreme, but it was off. Okay, so let's get these glued together, same as we did here, and we're making sure that they didn't move, because they can. You know, I feel like it's a good thing we can share things here. It's not easy getting old. Guess what? Next month, Darlene is going to be 61. I never thought I'd say those words. I honestly didn't. When I was growing up, I didn't think I'd make it to 60. I don't know why. I guess I didn't really count on making it to 60, and here I am. I'm already 60. I'm going to be 61. Yeah. My sister and I are doing something fun for my birthday. I've never been to Catalina, and she wants to take me out there. So we're still going to do it. We just won't do, I love to go ziplining and all of that. We will not be able to do that. So she did look and see the ship that takes us over there is very calm. So I should still be okay with that. That it shouldn't cause any problems being on the little ship. I shouldn't be thrown around is what I'm thinking. So, but I've never been there. So we're going to go and we'll just kind of wander around. We're only there for a day. We're not there. It's not like we're there all weekend. We're there for one day and then come back. So I'm still a baby. You'll be 70. Oh my goodness. I just feel like I'm getting older and older. And we're all getting older, but I'm getting a couple of Q-tips out for this. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. I knew it was coming. I could feel it. I could feel it. Okay, let me get some of this glue. Yeah, you know what? My friends are all older than me. So I have crafter friends that are in their 80s. And so I don't feel too old, but I'm like, am I getting old? I know that as you get older that you have to start watching things. So I am watching those things. Okay, that's going to be here. This is going to be tied on. So we're going to glue this on, and then when it's time to put that on, we will tie that on. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on here. Yeah, it's funny because with my crafter friends, I am a baby still with them. I'm the youngest one pretty much. There's maybe just 1 or 2 people that might be a couple of years younger than me in all of our craft shows. You went to a 3-day cruise and it was like, oh, nice. Okay. Hi, Roxanne. How are you? You just turned 61. Awesome. And you're a Gemini also. Cool. I love that. I love that. So yeah, us Geminis, we're kind of unique, aren't we? Oh, so I've been told. Okay, so I'm just inking my edges. If you have never done this and never used the ink pad, it works really great rather than having to shade it. Memento Luxe Espresso Truffle. Okay, so if you search Memento Luxe and then the color is Espresso Truffle, that's how you find it. Okay, gonna ink all the edges on here. And then we'll glue this one together. And then we're going to do our bows. And we will tie on our raffia and all of that stuff. Okay, I can see that move just a tiny bit. I'm just making sure nothing's moving. And I saw that had. Okay, this is going to be so cute. These are going to be cute even though they're not the chunky ones. So that's what I wanted to show you was the difference between doing them 1/2 inch. Because there's a difference in price. Okay, and actually the chunky one probably should be more money. Now I'm thinking of because it's 2 full pieces of wood and all the time to cut it. Yeah, so it probably should be a little bit more than that. Okay, let's glue this one together and then we'll set it to the side and then we'll tie our bows. We'll start on this side because this one's dry already. That's what I love about this art glitter glue. So this is it's called Art Glitter Designer Adhesive and it dries clear. So that's what this is. I love it. Lori's gonna be 71 next month. See, I am still one of the babies and you guys are still young too. I just feel, all the stuff that's happened to me, I think of it, I've gone through a lot of emotional stuff over the last month. I haven't been able to do my talkathon because of my health issues. I'm just doing everything. I don't have the energy right now. Going to Africa was amazing. And then having my anaphylactic reaction there was very scary. I've been through highs and lows. Oops, that goes at the top. Darlene, hello. Yeah, let me just get some of that glue off. Yeah, this goes at the top. So, and then coming home and having COVID and going, dang it. But I got it over with, so I'm not going to get it when I go to convention because convention is germy. Most people end up getting sick, whether it's just a flu bug or whatever, because they're flying. Yeah, it's very, very common for a lot of people to go back and have COVID because they're around so many people. I will have immunity. And then the stupid blood clot. So it's like, okay, I've been through a lot of emotional stuff, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay, so this goes like this. It's kind of surprising that the larger star goes on the top, but it does. All right, so let's glue all that on there. We make it through it. I am not a giver-upper. So when I am going through challenges, I just keep going. I don't stop. I refuse to stop. Oh my goodness. Let me wipe my nose, sorry. Oh, okay. So I need to tie some raffia bows and I need to tie regular bows. So we'll start over here. This one's going to have this little blue and white striped. I have 3 strands of the raffia. Okay, so we'll just take one at a time because that's how it's going to get. Yeah, you can get COVID again and again. Yeah, for sure. But once you've had it, you have immunity for about 6 months or so. So I go to convention next month, so I will still have immunity from it. And the last time when I got it was like a year and a half ago, and my immunity lasted a long time because people around me were getting it. And I was like, oh, I'm not getting it. So yeah, you can definitely get it over and over. I've had it probably 4 times since it all started. I was one of the very first because when we went to convention, we had the leadership flu, aka the leadership flu, when we all went to Scottsdale in January of 2020. Yeah. Yeah, we thought we had leadership flu, but it wasn't. We actually were one of the first ones that had COVID. Okay, so this is going to go here and this is going to go on top. And then Oh, guess what? That's not correct. So the one that's blue is this one. I'm wrong. So, okay, so this one is actually red. Okay, let me get my colors straight. You had COVID this year and had it last. Yes, yeah. So it lasts at least 6 months is what they told me. Sometimes an entire year. It depends on the strain. The strain is always changing, but I'm grateful that I won't get it next month again. I might get a regular flu. Being in an airport flying, being around people, because you're hugging and all of that, you are always at risk because I am a hugger. That's my problem. I just need to not touch my face or eat without washing my hands. So I am a hugger. If you know me, you know that you're gonna get a hug when I first see you. And the only times that I don't is like during COVID when we were not allowed to do that. And I think a lot of us still hug. Okay, let me get my glue gun up here. Let me get my glue gun. It's plugged in. So yeah, I know that for me, I have a really strong immune system and I don't generally get sick at all. So I really just don't. You don't see me with a cold, with bronchitis, with pneumonia very often. It's like maybe every 10 years I get something seriously wrong like that. My mama always got bronchitis every year or pneumonia. Yeah, I don't know why. I think that some people their lungs are just weaker. She always got it. Okay, and then this just stacks right on top. Be very careful if you feel like you might be going to burn yourself. Grab a squeegee. The squeegee you can just press down. If it gets glue on it, then the glue just comes right off. Okay, so don't sacrifice your fingers because it's not fun. Okay, let me just put this back down here. I'm going to be doing that with each one. Okay, next, this one, you actually wrap this all the way around it, and then we're going to tie a raffia bow, and then we're going to tie jute on there. So the ribbon goes all the way around. So this is a larger piece of ribbon, and you want it to be up on the red part. Okay, so you want it to be a little bit higher. Let me go in a little bit closer for you guys. Not that you want to see my fingers, but there we go, a little bit closer. Okay, so this bow's fairly big, and it's going to be to the left side because you don't want it to be over the top of your little heart. But you can slide it. So once you get it tied on here, you can adjust this and slide this bow over. That's not tight enough. Let me try. If you have a hard time, you can even tie a knot and then tie the bow. Sometimes that is the solution. Okay, so I have my little loops, and then I like to put my little things down like that. Okay, so it's going to be fairly big. Okay, so because we're going to put the raffia bow over the top of it. So it's going to be about like that. And then these guys, we're just going to kind of pull down the tails, and we're going to just cut them at a diagonal. Okay, so they're just kind of cut at a diagonal. They're not dovetail or anything like that. That one might be a little bit short. Okay, then take your piece of raffia and do another one. Do another one. Aren't these so cute? And actually this one I need to trim because it's going to be right on my heart. We'll glue that down so that let's do it, move it a little bit further over. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So take your raffia. All I'm doing, I folded it in half, folded it in half. Okay, this is one strand of the raffia. This is the grass skirts from the Dollar Tree. I need to go and see if they have them. I haven't been there, but they usually have them every summer. And I stock up every couple of years. They last me a long time. But we have been using a lot of raffia lately for things. So we're getting into our fall stuff, and some of our cute little watermelon stuff had raffia on it. So it's probably time for me to go. Okay, and look, has anybody been to Dollar Tree lately? Do you know if they have the grass skirts? Okay, that's going to go right there. So let's glue that down, and let's get that in place. so that it stays there. Thank you. They are cute. And you know what? These are the thin ones. Okay, so I'll show you the difference between the thin and the thick. All right, the thick ones are really fun, but they're more money and they weigh more, so they're kind of cost more to ship. Okay, so I'm gluing that. I'm also going to glue it right on the back. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of glue right under the ribbon and then flip it back over. And then the raffia bow is going to go right on top of there. So like I said, grab a squeegee so you don't burn your finger. Let the squeegee take the heat. Okay. All right. And then kind of fluff that up. I just stuck my finger in the glue, but it wasn't too hot. Yeah. It's sticky. It's sticky. Okay. Going to take the little tag. The tag's going to be right here. So we're going to take our tiny jute and we're going to put it through here. And we're going to tie a bow. All right. So you know what? I'm going to tie a knot first. Okay. So I have my knot and then I'm going to tie my bow above that. And this bow is going to be small, and you're going to strategically place the little tails so that they don't cover everything up. Okay, so I'm just kind of fiddling with it, making it small. Okay, then I'm going to trim those tails, making sure I don't cut myself because I'll bleed forever. Okay, and then this is just going to go right in here. So now we're going to put this here. We're going to put some glue down here. Going to glue that in place. Going to get that bow where it's supposed to be. Okay, so there's that. If you want to tilt it to the side, you can. I'm just going to do it straight up and down. Okay, so that should be fine. If you want to put a little bit more right under the end of that to hold it, okay, there's that. Okay, next. So this is the last one. I'm going to do a raffia bow, and then I'm going to do a bow with the blue. Oh, let me see. At Dollar Tree, they do. Oh, they have different colors this year. Oh, cool. Thank you. I have a Dollar Tree that is 5 minutes from my house right here. I should go. I should go. Yep. They probably have graduation cards too. Even though my husband was really good and he sent out graduation cards to the ones that we needed to mail. We have a granddaughter and a niece and a grandson all graduating this year. Lots of people graduate. And then another granddaughter graduating from junior high will be in high school next year. I can't believe it. And she made the varsity cheerleading team. How about that? She's really good. That's Tara's daughter. So Tara invested a lot of time helping with cheerleading and being a coach and all of that. She put a lot of time into helping Kaylin, and Kaylin did gymnastics. She's a flyer, so we're not sure if she'll be a flyer on the varsity team because, you know, varsity flyers will, previous ones would always go first, but she is tiny. She's a very petite little thing. She's like, will I ever grow? Probably not. You're probably full grown at this point. She's very, very small. Which can be good and bad because it's hard if you're shorter because when you gain weight, it's more on you. When you're shorter, like 5 pounds looks like 10 pounds. Okay, so that's just going to go on there. So we're just going to layer it just like we did before. We're layering our cute little bows. And then there's this little button that goes on top. So let me just press down with my squeegee. If you don't have the squeegee, the little fingertip things will work. Okay, so got my little button. It's a wooden button. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, I'm going to unplug my glue gun. And we're done. I'm going to show you. We're making little Patriotic Popsicles. Aren't these so cute? So you could just put these in a group, in a bowl. But let me show you the chunky ones. So here's the difference. And there is a difference, but they're both so cute. Okay, so I probably should put the chunky ones on top. So see how this is that thick, and these are 1/2 inch thick. So these take 1 sheet of wood. These take 2 sheets of wood. So, but they're both cute. Looking at them like this, you can't even tell. But when you see them in person and they're so chunky like that, they're just really cute and they're heavy too. So I wish I had a craft show right before 4th of July, because I really would like to be able to sell these there. So anyways, let me give you the link again so that you have that. Let's see here. Let me get out of that. Give you the link. So if you need these, and they are on sale. Okay, so everything is 25% off on the website. So there's the link for that. Okay, guys, I'm done. Yay. Aren't they so cute? My daughter-in-law's going to want them. I just know it. I just know it. They're just so adorable. And I'm like, do they stand up? I think they're top heavy. I don't think they stand up. But you could probably put them like, strategically. Yeah, I think they're going to be cute just laying down next to stuff or standing up leaning. I think they're adorable. Which ones do you like best? I know it's hard. Let me go a little bit closer. I have to go back. Do you like the thicker ones better? I think the thicker ones are really cute, but it's just more layers. So if you get the thicker one, you're going to have all the different layers. Do you have any craft show? No, I don't. Darn it. How much could you sell them for? Well, I would sell them individually. So if I was to sell these, let me move this so it's blocking some of my mess. So if I sold them individually, I probably would do $4.95 for each one. Which doesn't always make sense, because when the kits are expensive, I don't sell my painted stuff for a lot. So $4.95 and probably $6.95 for these. So $6.95 each. So that's like $21 for the set. That doesn't seem that bad. So $6.95 for one of these chunky ones. I mean, you're not going to find it out there. I probably will take these to my craft show and just have a small patriotic section, since I missed out on all that stuff. I'll probably just have a little small patriotic section. People, they decorate year round. You know, some people have big houses and they have like, here's my patriotic section, or Americana, whatever they want to call it. Here is my everyday. Here's my farmhouse, you know. I don't have that in my house, but some people do. I would love to have just a Americana section year round. Yes, I cut the wood. I just gave you the link for it. Have you given us a hint on the monthly kit? Oh, you got a phone call. Is the Stars and Stripe paper? Oh, so this was a stencil. So I have the little stencil. So this is a stencil. The stars on here. So everything else is just painted. So I did use a stencil, and I said like probably the first like 16 people will get a stencil with theirs. I don't have a lot of this paper. I think I probably have 4 sheets left, and it makes 4. So that would be 16. So I will be doing that as long as it doesn't say July 4th. Yeah, that's true. As long as it doesn't say July 4th, it'd be good all year round. And have I given a hint on the monthly kit? Yes, I'm going to do patriotic, because so in June, we're preparing for the next month, which would be July. So that would be patriotic. So you're going to love it, though, because it's going to be patriotic with a twist. With a little twist. Yes, it's going to be super cute. And then, of course, we'll have our Christmas, which is always kind of a surprise, because I don't really plan that one. I just kind of, boom, it's there. So yes, that is all coming up. So that will be coming up on Monday. You will see the big reveal. I'll be painting all weekend, getting all my samples painted. So I'm not going to reveal anything early, I don't think. I don't know, maybe I'll do something on Friday. But today's Wednesday already. So I'm thinking Monday. I'm thinking you guys can wait. Okay. All right. This is our little cutie pies. So we have our thick ones that are 1 inch, and we have our ones that are 1/2 inch, and they are both equally cute. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. It is Wednesday already. So how did I cut the wood? With the laser. So I cut all my stuff on my laser. So yeah, it's a laser file that I purchased. I purchased the file. We used to design all of our stuff, and then we just got to be so busy that we don't have time to do all of our designs. So I did purchase the file, and then I upload it to my computer, and then I send it to the laser, and it cuts it out. It's magic. So we've had our lasers now for, oh gosh, I think it's been 15 years, a long time. So we had them way before Glowforge was even thought of, before everybody and their brother and sister have had a laser. We've had ours a long time. We have Epilogue lasers. They are made in the US. They're made in Colorado. And that's what I loved about it. I wanted to support an American-made company, even if some parts are made overseas. Like 75% of the laser is all made right there. Parts brought in from other places in the US. So I loved that. I love being able to support American made. So anyways, even though it costs more money. Yeah. Yes. So what, being one of the first people, it's kind of like when you buy a car that is unique, and then like 10 years later they have a knockoff that is like a fraction of the price and still does the same job, still gets everything done. The lasers that cost less, they still get the job done. They're doing great. So there's many lasers out there. I wouldn't suggest going to Epilogue unless you want to make a big, huge commitment. So anyways, I love you guys. Enough. I'm going to go. I'll clean up and get on with my day. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I love you guys so much. Thanks for joining me. You guys are the best. I have the best people in my life. I honestly do. And if you love this, please sprinkle, which is SHARE. Yes. So I did put the link there. You can go to my page, my website, and grab it. I will put pictures of this on my Facebook page so that you can see both up close and personal. All right. Love you guys.